been playing my Tier 8 Kid U.S. destroyer quite a bit lately. Maybe trying to prep for ranked battles, but here we go. It's been a while since I played this one, so it'll be a little fresh to me. Alright. Looks like a New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans and King George V behind me with an Atlanta off to my 7 o'clock.
Battle starts.
Heading over for cover. I'll let this camera take over. One of the other previous recordings I tried to do had some bad stuttering and some audio issues. We'll see if that happens with this. Alright, enemy is indicated by my RDF at about 10 or 11 o'clock. I will probably do my usual routine of if there's a cruiser close enough, I will smoke for them. If not, I'll try and go spot and cut back around. So far, one contact, I believe, with RDF, and I'm thinking I'm going to cut back here and smoke across this channel. Yep.
Smoke generator started.
And then either turn in or try and get past this island and then spot, since it looks like the enemy's trying to come through the gap right about where my reticle is right now. Seeing what everybody's doing. Another 7 seconds. I should be able to smoke most of that gap and then pop out the other side of the island.
Smoke screen set.
I don't like being behind the island just because something could have closed. Okay, we've got 2 contacts via RDF now. And smoke.
Enemy force detected.
Got a spotted, what is it? Was a cruiser? "12 seconds on torpedoes." I always wonder if I could get a torpedo through that sliver there that appears. Okay, so whatever is laying smoke is passed in front of that island. So I'm going to take a gamble and hope their momentum carries them to where my torpedoes are. I'm pinging the map. So we may have a cruiser and a destroyer. Okay, rounds coming out possibly from a cruiser. Another cruiser's past D6, so I'm not too worried about him. Coming back around. My smoke has 56 seconds. Everybody's passed by it. So I'm going to come back around and take the risk, it looks like, of cutting inside this island. I'm going to take over the camera. Whatever is closest to me is that cruiser, I'm guessing, that was out. There we go. What do we got? Benson. I call it out. Debating guns. I'm still not detected by him, and he's got a Z-23 he's looking at. There we go. Z-23 asks for help. I'm trying to throw some rounds. I am no longer detected. I'm thinking about trying to come back around and get behind him, but I'm seeing fire coming out of that smoke screen. Benson's winning the damage trade with the Z-23, unfortunately. More rounds coming out. Setting up 17 seconds on torpedoes. This was a Budioni, so maybe that's what I'm seeing. New Mexico and Colorado pushing in as well. Trying to see if I can see the Benson. Detected. What do we got? Budioni. 5 clicks. Well, not much I can do here except shoot. Camera take over. He's not looking at me, so I can get a few rounds into him before he starts to. He's swinging his turrets around. I pop my smoke. Switch over to AP. Get a Citadel. Sorry for the hitching there. More rounds in. He's turning off. Ricochet is going one last round with AP. Switching over to HE. Gonna try and burn him down. Haven't taken down. There we go. He fires a final shot. We've lost 2 ships. Enemy's lost 4. I think the Scharnhorst, yep, Scharnhorst is showing us closest, possibly the New Mexico. Pushing out, yeah, it's got to be the New Mexico. 1 minute on torpedoes. I'll try and keep the enemy lit here for our force. It's really far over on the map. Our other force with the Leander and Tirpitz, they're basically setting up a defense on our cap, which I kind of approve of. Both forces are sort of mirroring each other on opposite sides of the maps. The map. 30 seconds on torpedoes. Scharnhorst looks like he's turned off. Yes. I'm just trying to keep them lit if I can. And see if an opportunity presents itself. New Mexico is at 10.9, he's now at 11. All of the enemy battleships aside from the Amagi and Colorado have turned off, so I'm sort of keeping an eye on the Colorado now. Torps out, hoping he'll drive in. I think about going through the gap here, but I think these guys need me more. Whatever smoke I laid is about to come down. Torpedoes out on the Colorado. Looks like the New Orleans is firing on the Colorado. Oh, enemy Baltimore. I don't like that. I have to try and skirt his radar. Oh, New Orleans, you presented a broadside. Thinking about firing rounds before. Right as I get behind the island? No. Oh boy, this is bad. Well, it's not necessarily bad, but there's a lot of armor plate out there that I can't do a lot to. So I'm going to sit here while my torpedoes come up. Smoke's coming up. I'm hoping the New Orleans will just run. Popping smoke. Trying to cover the New Orleans if I can. If he's smart, he'll turn back in behind it, but I don't know. No. Alright, that's a waste. May have to just start distracting something big. Torpedoes coming up in 20 seconds. Maybe the Colorado can see my smoke and will panic and turn off. King George V is going in against the Colorado. We're a bit outgunned on this flank. Kind of how the enemy is on the other flank. 5 seconds left. Lining up on the Colorado. Torpedoes are out. And here we go. No, debating. There we go. Do what I can to distract and possibly help take down this Colorado. Maybe add a little psychological value. New Mexico fires, Baltimore fires, but they're all firing on the King George V. Time to lay some rounds in Baltimore. New Orleans is no longer the center of attention. It's the King George V. I slow up. They aren't looking at me. Alright, I have dropped off detection. New Orleans is going back to help defend the flag while we push on the enemy cap. We are definitely outgunned here, but if we can tie these guys up, we might be able to win this. Alright. I'm looking at the map. King George goes down. I've got a minute on smoke. The Atlanta is behind me. If he gets detected, there's nothing I can do. I'm hoping he doesn't, and I can swing around and throw some smoke for him. Can't remember if in chat I tell him to slow up. "20 seconds on torpedoes." Enemy Baltimore, hopefully, there we go, I tell the Atlanta to slow down. Enemy Baltimore hopefully does not pop radar. He's heard me. 17 seconds. 10 seconds on smoke. Here we go. Now if I can cover the Atlanta and he takes advantage of it and I tell him there's smoke, then he might be able to push up to this island and then snipe the crap out of these guys. Enemy's push on our cap has fallen back. I'm going to end up going into the enemy cap here, possibly. And hopefully that'll panic them and cause them to fall further back. Torpedoes going out on the Amagi, I believe. Yes. Not detected. Atlanta's throwing rounds on the Amagi. Yes. Now it's kind of a turkey shoot, even though our force is the smaller of the two. The Atlanta can do his dirty work. My torpedoes can panic them, and I tell the Atlanta he's got 1 minute and 30 left on the smoke. He's pushed up a little bit. Hopefully he'll use that island for cover. Torpedoes are out. I may even get something to hit. No reason for me really to fire, at least in my mind. Maybe somebody else would have a different opinion. Torpedoes, torpedoes. Our Atlanta goes down. Torpedoes. Come on, do they run out of steam? I think yes, they do, but they push him off. Now the Baltimore's coming in. Got a Hipper backing me up and a New Orleans coming up. 45 seconds on torpedoes. Keeping a wary eye on that Baltimore at 7.6. Turn off to try and keep the distance between me and him without hitting the island. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. And I'm going to tuck behind this island. Radared. He's not looking at me though, so I may as well throw rounds on him. His radar, he must have popped his radar and it just ran out. Now I'm detected by the Amagi, but he's not looking at me either. I get a fire on the Baltimore. 3 seconds left on torpedoes coming up. Maybe I can dump some out. Torpedoes are up, undetected. Alright, it's the Baltimore. Two rounds get over the island. He's still burning from my fire. And... we get him. Get him. Scharnhorst kills a Hipper. We get the Baltimore though. Amagi's at 6.3 clicks. Maybe he's got his scout plane going up, but I've got AAA if I need to use it, which I think I do. Maybe I don't. I've got AAA off, so I think I'm playing it kinda safe. Looking for the Amagi. Torps out on the Amagi. He's turned off, so all those are going to do is panic him, but he's not looking at me, so I may as well take some shots. A shatter. Oh, Scharnhorst is looking weak. Maybe I can spread the love. Everybody's out of gun range. Now we've got them bottled up. We've slowly inched up on them. Scharnhorst takes a pretty good hit, and I say good work so far. I'm sorry, I was reading that. Scharnhorst is repairing and has turned off. I have 50 seconds on torpedoes. Our Leander is going up against the enemy Fiji. We have them bottled. We are up on points as well. 4 minutes left on time. Oh, 9 de Julio. Torpedoes are coming up in 30 seconds. Our New Orleans goes down. It's still anybody's game. 501 to 501. If I get lucky and fire at the 9, my torpedoes may even have a chance at that New Mexico. 9 de Julio's turning in. Got the island coming up, so this is a little dicey here. He's turning back. I lead ahead of the indicator, and then I'm going to try and distract him from his job. He's swinging around. He's still looking now at the other target. I'm no longer detected. I'm going to come back around the island. Torpedoes are going in. He's turning into them. At the very least, they may make him force a broadside to Colorado. He's slowing up, it looks like. And does he split the difference? He does. Enemy Scharnhorst is hurt bad. 9 de Julio is not looking at me, so I'm going to take advantage of this. Looks like he's... Yep, good. Enemy Scharnhorst goes down. That opens it up by 100 as far as the point advantage. New Mexico's coming in. He is not looking... actually, he's driving away. He's not looking at me. Our Colorado is hurt bad, though. 4 to 4 on ships. 45 seconds left on torpedoes. I'm going to keep some distance between me and the 9. Trying to get that first salvo in over the island. Looks like he's turning off or turning in. Colorado goes down to the New Mexico. Well, I'm on my own over here. Not detected yet. There he is. He's turning around, trying to get his guns on me. I haven't taken damage yet, so hopefully if I do, my heal will bring back quite a bit. 9 de Julio behind the island, can't see me, I'm blind firing, and 7 seconds on torpedoes. 1 minute and 46 seconds left in the game. Enemy is up. Torpedoes are up, torpedoes are going out. Take over the camera here, just because I can't stand that glitch. Rounds going in. Hit my heel, because I'm going to need every single hit point I can get. Rounds going in. Torpedoes going in. He's turning back into the torpedoes, trying to split the difference. If I can panic him, hey, he's going to take one on the nose. And he's flooding. He's popped a repair, but he's only got 292 hit points. He's got nothing left.
Sunk.
It's now 532 to 532 with 45 seconds left. Let the camera take back over. Oh, I'm invisible. Bring it out. So let's see. The enemy has, sorry about hitting the mic, Fiji, New Mexico, and Namagi. 544 to 544 with 10 seconds left. But we're getting 2 points first. 548, 546, 548, 548. So if it times out right, it won't be a draw, and 550 to 548. We win. Not bad.